Hey guys, how are you? Good evening. Happy Thursday to everybody. Everybody doing okay? I don't even know if there's anybody there. Oh, there's 3 people. Okay, that's okay. 4. All right, so how is everybody doing? Oh, look at my watch right now. How is everybody doing? Everybody okay? Happy the kids are settling back in school okay? So, just a couple of things that have been happening this week. Look at bags under my eyes. I fell out of bed last night. I actually fell out of bed. I'd moved my bed around and I slept on the other side of the bed. And in my sleep, I must have rolled over and rolled straight out of bed. Woke the whole house up. Hi, Sinead. How are you? Nice. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Lord. It is very warm today, wasn't it? Well, not very warm. There was a bit of a chill in the breeze, but it was nice. But yeah, so everyone doing okay. Is Siobhan on? I haven't seen Siobhan. I haven't seen anybody. Hope you're okay. Yeah, it was the shock, Sinead. The shock of actually, I didn't know what was happening. I changed my bed, so I normally slept on the. If you looked at the bed, I slept on the right hand side. So then I moved my bed. Was it yesterday I moved my bed? And I moved it out from the wall. So I was sleeping on the left-hand side. But obviously in my sleep, my brain forgot that I was sleeping on the left-hand side and decided to roll left. And I promptly rolled straight out of the bed. Mary, how are you? Sarah, how are you, pet? Keri, you're texting in as well?
Of course I am. I chime in all the time.
Well, hey. So yes, I don't know if Siobhan...
She's present.
Siobhan is?
Yeah, she just texted in saying hello.
Oh, hello, Siobhan, sweetheart. I was getting worried. I thought you weren't coming. So, Mary, how is it down where you are? Is it nice and warm? I know my mum was saying in the west that it was a beautiful day, no breeze, anything. She was just happy out, she was. So, Mummy got her jab yesterday. So, and yesterday was my father's birthday.
Strange things happened yesterday.
Oh yeah, poor Keri. It was my father's birthday yesterday and he died in 2018. So Mum got her jab yesterday. So I'm just going to move this up a little. There we go.
I want to move it a little bit more.
Oh, you want to be in it more, do you? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't say all of me. Like,
oh, not all of you.
Not all of me.
How much he wants to be in?
Just a little bit.
There you go. Look now. So, yeah, so she got her jab on my dad's birthday. And then Keri yesterday, we went for Supermax, didn't we?
Hang on, give them the backstory to why. Well, I'll give them the backstory to why we went to Supermax. So, I was having a look on my bank account and I had a late payment come through that I did not know was going to come through. And it came through. And then we went up to Supermax and I said, no, Mum, it's my treat. I will treat the family.
You did.
So I treated the family and then we got up to the window and she's like, oh, we misdid your order. Here's a free ice cream. I was like, cash, food, and heaven.
Yeah, so yesterday was just a weird day. And then me falling out of the bed, I just thought, yeah, that's my dad. He's just kicked me out of the bed. But yeah, he was that type of joker. Yeah, Siobhan, Mum's doing okay. Thank you for asking. She's doing fine. She just said her arm was sore. She lay on her arm, obviously, last night. So she woke up and she said her arm was a bit achy and she felt a bit warm. But my mother rolls herself as a sausage when she sleeps. And sometimes she gets stuck and she has to call you to help her.
In the event of an emergency.
Yeah, but you have to sometimes help her get out of it.
Good, because we can Cleopatra her.
I did, Siobhan. I fell out of bed. I slept on the other side of the bed and forgot I was on the other side of the bed and rolled out in the middle of the bed. That was at 3:30 this morning, woke the whole house. And I was just, I must have.
They all just lay there going.
And nobody came to me aid. They all just lay there. And I lay on the floor going, what the hell just happened? But yeah, it was fun. It wasn't fun at the time, but now looking back at it, it's fun. So yeah. So, hey Connor, how are you? So yeah, trying to think what's been happening. So, lads.
What? I get to tell you. And one on Utu. I changed my hours for Friday.
You changed your hours for Friday? Why?
Because Joe,
You weren't working Friday.
not Friday, Sunday. Sunday because the colleague can't come because his wife's doing nights.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
on background,
You just have to change it on the calendar.
It's not
Sunday is on the calendar.
Sunday is. She rotates some of my hours.
Do you know, I have a whiteboard, and I can't. Do you know when you normally you just wipe them off? I use the alcohol, but since the hand sanitizer's been kicking around, it's great. Cleans your whiteboard. My whiteboard's 1 meter by 1 meter. It's huge.
I've got a question.
You got a question?
I got a question.
Okay.
Work has been going good. It actually has been pretty.
You've actually settled
I've
in now,
actually
yeah.
really settled in to the point where I can get like 3 or 4 people up in like 40 minutes. Fabulous.
I think it took you a while to find your feet, didn't it?
Yeah, because when I started, we had 6 weeks of COVID.
Yeah.
Then everything was settling back down. Then visits were starting. Then this was starting. We've no Epicare. You know, do you remember I was telling you there's like a digital thing that we use?
Oh yeah.
So now all has to be done manually.
Oh, very good.
Not very good. There's pages and pages and pages and pages and
Paperwork.
pages of paperwork.
Yeah, whiteboards tend to. Mine's over a radiator, so it dries the marker on.
I told you you should have gotten a radiator colour.
Yeah, I know. But I like the heat of it. So lads, just want a bit of tea.
Did you tell me?
Yes, you set the bloody thing up. You did. I decided this week we were going to go online dating. That is not for the faint-hearted. Definitely not for the faint-hearted. I have never in my life got so many pictures of eggplants and aubergines.
Eggplants and aubergines are the same thing.
I know, but I have to cover everybody.
Okay, so in fairness to you, I did write one of the profiles.
I wrote the whole profile, didn't you?
Yeah, but I gave you better matches.
Good evening, Linda. So yeah, so in fairness, there was a couple of
impressive people.
No, they weren't impressive, but a couple of nice people who spoke.
Oh, that's good.
Not spoke, but like weren't rude, weren't crude, weren't advanced, weren't anything. Because I am too young for that shit.
You're too old for that.
I'm too young, Keri.
You're too old.
Chloe. Chloe. It was just horrible.
Came across as human. Yes.
Yeah, they did act. It was weird, right? Because there was a couple of, what made me giggle. 51-year-old.
Oh,
good evening, Mum.
Avert your ears.
There was 50, we say 50, 51, 55-year-old men, right? We're fine, whatever. I mean, I'm no spring chicken. Would like to have children in the future. With what? Like,
young thing.
Hello. So that made me giggle a bit. There was some like that were just funny. There was.
Some of them were all right.
Some of them were nice. Some of them were nice.
Some of the questions, though, because the one you went on was specifically you actually.
All right. Okay. Hold on. No, let's just do this. I went on 2 different types.
Turkey baster.
Turkey baster. I went on a free app, which was what you call it.
Which one?
Bumble. Bumble was free. Wasn't Bumble the free one?
There was Meet Me Bumble.
I didn't go on Meet Me. I went on just on Bumble. I only went on 2, Keri.
Oh, okay.
And the other one then was like, looking for a sugar daddy. Seriously.
Yes. I'm saying that dead honestly and with a straight face because it is the truth.
Anyway.
And they're old, so you can get
cougar. I'd have to work on my growl.
Cougars don't growl, they roar. And meow.
I'm not meowing.
I got into a debate with my geography teacher over the look of jaguars. I digress. Keep going.
Oh, I thought a joke came into my head and went out. Probably the best.
Jaguar.
No.
Debate over jaguars.
No, I don't know. I can't remember the joke. But yeah. So we went on to Bumble. So Bumble's free. and you set up this profile. It doesn't have to be much. You can just say like, I'm easygoing, whatever you want to say, but it has to be. And we went on to elite singles.
That one was a nightmare.
That was like filling out a CV, and the police wouldn't ask you as many questions. And then
they wouldn't. Oh my God. I remember I was sitting there and Mum said to me, would you just have a look over the questions and, type what you think.
No,
so
actually, no, hold on. Let's be honest, because there's nothing like honesty. I actually sat on the sofa and watched a movie with Carol called Nobody. Absolutely brilliant if you get a chance to watch it. And I said to Keri, will you fill that crap out, because I can't even think. The questions they were asking, what are 3 things in this world you're most grateful for? What are the 3 things you wouldn't leave your house without?
But do you know what was really funny? Is it was like, what were you looking for in a relationship? And I wrote this bull crap.
Yeah.
Literal bull crap. And all I did was like type it out or whatever. And as I'm typing it, I'm like, oh, I should be a matchmaker.
So yeah. If you're thinking of getting onto elite singles, be prepared to sit
there for the elite.
An hour to fill out. Then they do a personality test on you, and then they publish your personality test to everybody. I was like, are you serious?
Do you know what I noticed though, right? Because I did browse. And I kind of sent you like a few smiley faces. Because they are
on my behalf.
On your behalf.
But that's it, you get to send smiley faces to people.
And
some of them, 3?
Some of the actual elements. Some of the actual personality traits you actually matched with a lot. But then I was like, do you want to match or do you want to contrast?
Set of presidents, Siobhan, some of them were absolutely weird. Like some of them were like, I take, and I get it, everybody, different strokes for different folks, whatever, and I get that. But some of them that were just, and you're like, are you serious?
Do you know what really annoyed me is there was people on there, and then when you go to click into their profile, like, because it would come up with like job application, job occupation, and it would come up in review, and I'm like, what are you, the mafia? I was like, what are you reviewing?
It was funny. So the heat of the hun was
don't do elite singles.
Don't do elite singles. It is, and it costs a fortune. We didn't go for we didn't make. But it was crazy money, and it was this big long job application. I mean, you swear you were running for president or something. Like, what is your political affiliations? None of your business. Are you trying to date or chat to others? Chloe, I don't know. Right. Okay, Chloe, good point. What are you trying to do? I haven't a clue, right? Because it goes in and it gives you options of the type of relationship you're looking for.
I said to her she needs to casual date to date.
Right, but what is casual dating to you?
Casual dating
No, be careful, your grandmother's listening.
No. Casual dating generally is, say I was going out to the movies. I could invite somebody. Dating is specifically girlfriend, boyfriend. Casual dating does not limit you, as in you are not monogamous. Oh, big word there. You're not monogamous. You can date other people while you're casually dating. Right. Because you're not in a date.
Okay, so Keri was explaining all that to me, what the difference was, right? So
trying to.
Right, I sort of not gave up on elite, because it's there in the background, but yeah, no. If you just want someone to chat and have a bit of a laugh with, Bumble was fine. And they were grand and they were chatting away, whatever. But Jesus Christ, there was friends with benefits, casual dating,
long-term,
committed.
Looking for marriage.
Right, there was this array, right? And I went, what are you looking for?
Normally on certain dating apps, it might just say, friends with benefits, dating, looking for something serious. Those 3. There is 3 categories. There is no more than the following 3. But there must have been like 6 or 7 of them.
There was like
business, networking purposes.
What are you doing on a dating website if you want a business network? Are you serious? Like,
it actually was melting.
But it was very funny. So I said to Keri, I'm going to ask any guy that I chat to who says that we're looking for something casual, I'm going to ask them what exactly bloody casual means to them, like, because I'm confused. I mean, when I was dating, you were dating, shifting, or in a relationship. There was nothing else. It was either serious, not serious, or just snogging at the weekend. Sweet little lantern. So I said, right, let's ask. So I just said, talking, like, blah, blah, what does casual mean to you? Not one gave me the same answer. Not one.
Generally, casual is not.
They haven't a
committed
clue.
Or in a somewhat relationship, you're not hitting that stage yet. Casually dating is just, I have no one really to go with me to the movies. I'm going to ask you.
No dating, shite, chipped and snugged or shagging. Oh, Siobhan. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of nice guys that I did get talking to, and we're just chatting away. And one fella had his dog put down, had to be put down. It was old, very old. I don't know what you want me to, but anyway.
It's gonna be a year since Chico died.
I know. But yeah, it was funny, and it is a bit of a laugh. And I mean, if you can take it as a bit of a laugh and not too serious about it. I mean, I'm pretty much into, if within the first 5 minutes of talking to me. Yeah. That's it. Chloe, there was no definition. There was like, one fella said to me, oh, it just means meeting up, casual sex. Another fella said to me, oh, let's just sort of test in the water, see if we get on before we get into a relationship.
Officially.
Another fella said, I'm married and I just want something on the side. And I said, well, that's just something on the side. That's not anything like, obviously. But yeah, it was just, they all had different definitions in their head of what they thought casual was.
Casual dating is a many things. I would not say it's a relationship.
No, it's not a relationship. I don't think so.
If they can't
shift them.
If they couldn't give you an answer, what were they all saying? They're all saying it didn't involve a relationship.
Oh yeah, no,
but that's what I'm saying.
No, I know that was the common thread through it. But it was actually funny when you asked them. No, Siobhan.
It's not. You have to be friends to have the friends with benefits.
Yeah, you don't even have to be friends to just have casual sex. It's like a one-night stand, but just on a more regular basis. It's a bit of company. Yes, Mummy, that's what it is.
I told her to get a cat.
It's a bit of company that I need.
Cat. Dog.
I need a hug. That's not you.
Change. I feel like that comment was directed at my soul, at my heart. Oh. So you can go with like the hugs if you don't like them that much.
Since we shifted, Siobhan. How's Carl? Carl is good. He's upstairs. What he's doing upstairs? Gaming. He's in tournaments at the moment. Times have changed, and to be honest with you, the amount of people I called out and just went, look, this bullshit, I'm not talking, go away. And yeah. Chloe, you're very knowledgeable about all this. I should spare your knowledge. Friends with benefits is just a recipe for disaster. Nearly always one catches feelings, yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, a friends with benefits is not the same thing as no strings attached. And maybe that's more what you were.
Do you know what? I'm out.
I love how Grandma is so diplomatic.
Isn't she? It's company I need. Yes, Mummy, you're so right. It's company I need.
Company. With the opposite gender.
Because I like a good game of tiddlywinks.
Mother. We're strange.
Yeah, Carl's good. Carl is, he has to go in. Is it tomorrow he's getting pictures taken?
No, it's yearbook, isn't it?
Is a yearbook tomorrow? I know he had to fill in a big plobby thing about year. You know, what's your favourite quote? She quoted Oscar Wilde.
That's impressive.
Go to a swingers party and throw your keys into the hat. I thought it was the what you call it, fruit bowl.
It's a bowl.
It's a bowl at the door.
Any description.
Into
salad
the hat.
Bowl, cake bowl.
Get what you want and leave. Oh, Siobhan. Hope he wins his games. Sinead, he plays, there's about 4 or 5 of them. They do a team thing, and he
got banned from one of the tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
Because it had nothing to do with his team, it was to do with another team being influenced by somebody else to win the game and being paid to win the game, or to lose the game. So they just banned the 2 teams, I think, out of it. I'm not sure. It was so funny because he was like, he was suspended.
Can use anything. Been to many, Siobhan? Oh my God. Anyway, so that's what I've been at this week. That wasn't fair. What wasn't fair? What, you went the boat. Without me?
That the teams were banned.
Sorry, I was still talking about the swingers club.
Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty.
Oh. Anyway, so that's how Katie's got exams. She's had exams all week. She had Spanish. Where are we?
Tomorrow.
She had Spanish comprehension. She has English tomorrow, which is The Handmaid's Tale. If anybody's ever
I
read it.
haven't read it, but I know what it is.
I know it's on Netflix as well, isn't it? The series. Is it on Netflix or on?
It's on that. No, I don't think
Sky?
it's on Netflix. I think it's Sky, because I think Netflix didn't secure the rights to it.
I don't know. Anyway, The Handmaid's Tale. But she enjoyed it, and so she's got that.
Every time they did it, we came home with a synopsis of what they learned.
She's one of these that tells you the book as she's reading it. So if you ever want to read it, you can't, because you've gone the whole way. Handmaid's Tale. Siobhan, you've read it? No, it's just.
I'm not allowed to.
Good luck to her. I know, Sarah. She's a biology exam on Monday. You've got jury service Tuesday. Jeez, it's all happening next week.
Friday, she's an exam.
Yeah, I don't know what exam. Oh, English again.
English.
She's English again. Wish her luck. Yeah, I will. I'll say it to her.
How
was her braces? I had them for 6 years. I kept eating them and breaking them. Or kept eating with them and breaking them. She's doing okay actually on her braces.
She's not doing too bad actually. I think
Carl,
she has to band them now.
Yeah, she has to put on. I never heard this, Sinead. She has to put on her own bands, like elastic bands. She has to put them on. I think they disintegrate. So she has to keep doing that. And what was the other thing that was asked there? Oh, I just thought it went into my head. Carl's getting his braces. He got an appointment. His was cancelled
for the pandemic.
When the pandemic kicked in, his was cancelled, but he's got an appointment for the 5th of July to get his braces on. He should have had them done before he was 16.
But his aren't for his teeth.
They are for his teeth.
Was they not for his jaw?
No, the doctors were telling me that his jaw was out of alignment, and they were trying to. The doctors were saying to me that it would have to be looked at, but he ended up getting a referral to an orthodontist. So we went to the orthodontist. He said, "No, it's his teeth." So it was actually Haley's orthodontist that he went to. And when I was there, he was looking at them, and he was obviously talking to me about Haley's as well, because Haley was after having her blocks taken off. She was going on to her braces, and Carl was just getting assessed for his braces. And he looked at them and he went, "I actually haven't a clue what to do with them." He said, "I'll have to talk to someone."
That's how you know your child is unique.
He is unique in many ways. Keri, how is just that was your experience? What was your experience?
Oh, jury. So
jury
before. So I was summoned to Dundalk District Court on July 19th, 2019. I remember to the day. 9:00, I had to be at the court. And when you kind of go in, no one's like checking you. No, like they don't check you, but like they do at the same time. Like they're like, "Are you here for jury? Okay, well you need to go that way." And like everyone would gather at the front and whatnot. So then you'd go in, and there would be the registrar or the judge or whoever. Generally, it's a registrar because it's district court or circuit court. And then they come in going, "All rise for the honourable registrar." And then they say his name. Now I don't remember his name, right? So you all stand up really kind of like dead. Go, "Ooh." And the clerk reads out the charges, and the defendants sit. Then they call for recess, and that's for like the prosecution the defense and the prosecution to kind of figure out what they're going to do with jurors. So the defense can go, "Well, we want this," because it has to be a fair trial of peers. So the peers have to be in and around the same age bracket. So they get a feeling, and you can be challenged 5 times or something like that.
You can challenge jurors 5 times. So out of the 12 that are selected, 14 or 16 that are selected to go up, they can challenge 5 times. Then it gets to a stage where they're left with who they're left with.
That being said, they did it more than 5 times because I counted. Right? But there's a certain criteria. Like, you don't have to give reason for being challenged, but if you challenge after the 5 times, you have to give a reason. Right, okay. The first 5 people that were challenged, I kind of could figure out why they were being challenged, which was they were too old. They were in their mid-40s to late 40s. People that were on trial were in their mid-20s. Oh. So it wasn't a fair trial by peers, which is ridiculous. And then they, at the end, after they've picked them, you have to sit and make sure all jurors are sworn in.
Yeah.
you witness it, you are the witness then to the jurors
being sworn in.
So you can get called back. Yeah, so like you have to kind of keep up to date with the courts. And then when it finishes, the judge goes, everyone is now dismissed. You will not be, the judge will basically say you will be called back, or you might be called back, or you will not be called back. So the registrar stood up and went, you are all dismissed from further court service. You will not be called upon again. That was fine. And that was going to be 3 years.
She summoned again.
In the space of 2.
I've never, in all my days on earth, I've never got summons for court. Well,
because I've done it once, I know what I'm going into. Now, you can also, yourself as a juror, give reasonable excuse to leave. And one of the problems, one of the problems we were having was the defendants.
You just did.
I know. Was the defendants, which was 2 of them, were out talking to the jurors and trying to give them information about the case so they could not be selected. And there's nothing stopping them from doing that. But what we couldn't figure out is why the hell they were outside. Because normally when you're on trial,
you're guilty of that until they're proven.
But we couldn't figure out why they were outside and not in a holding. Because they weren't outside, like, because we all kind of said this, like some people went off to get coffee because it's 15 minutes. Some people went out to get coffee, other people were outside having a smoke, other people were making phone calls. And it takes about, how long was I there? Like 45 minutes? And I got to leave and go home and go, hi, Mom. Wasn't summoned or I wasn't sworn in. But
so yeah.
This time around it's going to be interesting because I haven't done it in a pandemic.
You're in a theatre this time.
I'm in a theatre, and the what I've kind of said is it might be just the 12 or it might be just say 14 to have 2 spare. Like 14 to 16 people. Because I can't imagine it being more than that.
No.
But like it was, I remember Mum called me and she goes, Keri, there's a letter here for you, but it looks familiar. So I opened the letter and I know what this is. And I opened it and it goes, says your name, your address, your registry, and it goes, you have now been summoned for a jury. If you do not attend, it is $2,000 fine for not attending jury. And your job is not an excuse. So weird. Yes, so they can call you back if one of the jurors is, what word do I use?
Sick.
No, not sick. Where they're bribed to give a wrong verdict. They're sick, if they've got doctor's appointments, if they have to leave the country, you can be called back. But obviously with a pandemic, people aren't really leaving.
You need to get rid. But yeah, so that's sort of, I don't know why she gets called back, unless it's people of her age committing crimes. But other than that,
it's not like the 2 fellas that were on trial.
Yeah. But yeah,
so there's like different things that are an issue, which could be.
You just stopped.
Sorry, thinking. So like, if you are found in contempt, which is you could be on the juror and they could say to you, okay, so juror 5 and juror 7, you're going to give out the verdict, which means you have to stand up.
Is there not a 4-man normally or 4-woman?
There's 2 jurors that are assigned to sign the documents.
Yeah.
To say that we, the jury, agree in unanimously that this is the verdict.
Yeah.
Then there is one person that stands up
to read it or whatever.
If a juror refuses to give their verdict, or whether they feel the defendant is innocent or guilty, they are found in contempt of court and can be jailed.
No, Jesus.
So then they have to get in a new juror.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, she's got called twice. I've never been called. I don't know if Mom's been called. I don't know. I just
Dad was called for coroner's court.
Yeah, my ex-husband got coroner's court, and the morning of the coroner's court, he vomited rings around before he even got to the court. He has no stomach for anything like that, and he just vomited and vomited. Then he came home and he was telling me about the different cases that came up, and yeah, he just wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't sit well with him, shall we say. But sorry, can I just say, the reason I haven't posted any videos this week, I just want to get, because I have it in my head to say it, and if I don't say it, I'll forget because I get caught up talking about something else. My card reader for the SD card reader thing you stick in a computer. I'm very technical. That stopped reading the cards, but we had the stuff on the card and we couldn't get it off. And Carl's computer, because it's one of those ultra new gamey yokes, doesn't have an SD card, so we had no way of getting stuff off. And when we did eventually get it off, it was like ages, and it was coming up to the live, and I just said I'd leave it to the live. But we have some good videos. We've got actually a couple of those boxes, what you call them, snack surprises, 2 of them, because I wouldn't let them open the Italy one that I told you about a month ago until I could record it. And so we've got the Italy one, we have a new one after coming in. Snack Crate sent me a message saying they've sent one over. I have done a shop because it's somebody's birthday soon, and as you know, we go out and buy little bits and pieces of that. We have that. Where did we go today? Oh, we went up to Home Bargains today. I have that, but I'm trying to do a few of them. Trying to maybe do Home Bargain and some Mr. Price is open in Drogheda.
Speaking of shops, from Monday, next Monday,
the 26th,
all non-essential retail can open.
Really?
Yes, because I work in healthcare, sometimes we have to kind of keep a little bit on the beaten track of what's opening, what's closing, what's happening, because like the 20k limit.
Hi, Lee. Leah's home.
Okay.
Yes, Keri, you should when the clothing shop's open.
I should do a massive haul.
You have to get rid of some of your clothes upstairs.
I'm actually going to do maybe a video on a haul and what I donate.
Okay.
So like kind of what I'm getting rid of and
good.
why I'm getting rid of it, and then like other stuff.
Sarah, you got Snack Crate. What did you get? What country did you get? What happened? Tell me more. Oh, pennies will be mad then. Yeah, I'm hoping they actually do a few of them 24 hours, Chloe. Because if they did in 24 hours, I'd rather go at 3 o'clock in the morning and go into pennies.
Yeah. The other thing as well is when the 20k limit was brought in, the next level of restriction was lifted.
Can we be in penny money? No.
I'm on my work. No, I'm not work. I have 3 days off.
You do have 3 days off. You're working.
So Keri will be in pennies.
Oh my God. Good idea, Batman.
Yeah, the Israel box. We did open it, but my mum has a very unique. Well, it's not a unique view, but it's a very stringent view on Israel. Do you agree?
I am not discussing my views on Israel, and
she's very.
Here we go. Wasn't going to agree. I didn't want to partake in the Israeli box. That was just me. But I had no problem with my kids trying Israeli snacks and stuff. Yeah. And you opened some of it when your dad was here, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he tried some of it.
I found it kind of disappointing because I thought there would have been more kind of influence of like Middle Eastern snacks rather than just like, they were all wheat. Yeah. If you were gluten intolerant, you were pretty fucked. You were though. It's all gluten.
Yes. Sarah, what size box did you get? We think, Sinead, it's opening Monday. We think. Now, hang on, I'll actually double check this. You goo-goo. I goo-goo. She's going to goo-goo. Language, Timothy. She wants giving it to you for your language. But yeah, so we've got boxed up. If there's anything you want me to do, let me know. Because, it's hard to keep thinking. I know Charlotte was saying to me before that she prefers the vlog, she misses the vlogs, but the vlogs is I have to keep remembering to do them every day, and I do forget. I'm not the best at remembering.
Jesus Christ, I hate. Sorry,
the mini cookies.
Okay, so let's see.
I hear you, Sarah. Which is starting on that one?
Sorry, on the 26th of April, outdoor sports facilities can reopen, including golf courses and tennis courts. Outdoor visitor attractions can reopen, including zoos and heritage sites, but not amusement parks.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
So you can go to Dublin, but you can't go to Taylor Park.
No. But Taylor Park, think that you're on the roller coaster and you're going to touch everything.
Yeah.
The kids lick everything.
Sorry. So then, outdoor underage non-contact sports training can begin in pods of up to 15, and funerals can now have 25 in attendance. Now, in my nursing home, and I only found this out today, when someone passes away in the nursing home, because obviously we're private and you pay monthly, you actually can use our auditory for memorial service. And we provide catering, we provide everything. But obviously we haven't been able to do that. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen on Monday. Now, not that anyone has passed away recently. Actually, people don't pass away as often as you think they do in a nursing home. I was shocked by this. So then on May 4th, may the 4th be with you.
The day before your birthday.
The day before my birthday, full reopening of construction activity. Yay! I was enjoying the peace of quiet.
Yeah.
Loads of people here during the pandemic got their like extensions done, got this done, got that done. And I was like, it's so noisy.
They actually built 2 houses through the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kept looking at it. There's a man on top of a chimney.
What's it called? Blackwood?
I know what it's called.
But it's meant to be like the other half of the estate is nowhere near it. The rest of the estate is gone. So phased return of non-essential retail and outdoor retail, for example, garden centres or nurseries. So I presume that's
sorry. I'm sorry. Our garden centre is not already open.
No.
I know people who've gone to garden centres and bought flowers. And
I think it depends though where, because like Woody's is DIY.
No, but I've actually seen people go to garden centres. I've actually seen people go in and bring out. No, Ireland's too small, I think, and plus they'd all fight amongst themselves if we let them all do that. But your states are so big, Leah. I think that's why.
Yeah.
It would work
better.
Plus we're on the smallest. Yeah, garden centres are open.
I presume it means, do you know where it means like you can buy like a pre-grown sapling?
A garden centre.
No, a garden nursery where they're still growing all the plants. I don't know if it means like, like a community garden.
Right, okay. The government have obviously missed that one because they are open.
Restart of personal services like hairdressers on a staggered basis. My hair is so long, it's now down to my armpit. Reopening of museums, galleries, and libraries because books. Surprisingly, though, COVID can last a really long time on paper. It's ridiculously long. And a restart of religious services on a staggered basis.
Oh, Leah's house. I'm in Pennsylvania, have reopened restaurants to 50%. Hairdressers are open, but you have to have an appointment. We haven't had hairdressers open since, I can't even remember when.
This summer. Last summer. It's been a year.
True, Sinead. And I know people whose family members are hairdressers and stuff. You'll spot them a mile away because they're all walking around beautiful hair.
This is something really funny. This is something really funny, right?
Funny, Keri, I've seen a lot of flower shops open. And the reason they said they had to be open was for funerals and weddings.
Who was getting married?
People are still getting married.
Who?
I don't know who.
Right.
I try and tell everybody to avoid it like the plague.
Anyway, so something that's really kind of cute that happened in the nursing home was there was a couple of residents that really wanted to get their hair done. And there was, I think one of the girls, her daughter has been a hairdresser for 35 years. She came in and she did all the residents' hair for them.
That's nice.
Because she had her 2 vaccines, but she wasn't fully vaccinated yet.
She had her 2 vaccines,
but wasn't fully vaccinated. You're not fully vaccinated until 2 weeks post after last vaccination.
But don't they say you get 80% of your immunity from your first vaccine, and you're the ones like just a booster?
Yeah, but you're still not fully vaccinated.
I know you're still not fully vaccinated.
But because she'd gotten her second vaccine, we were able to supply her with like the gloves, and then she could just work away.
That's nice.
Yeah, but because
but old people need that, especially in a nursing home like that, where they've been isolated for so bloody long.
I've become home demand. I'm a nail tech now on a Saturday and Sunday.
You're a nail tech?
I'm a nail tech.
Cool.
Because I can do the nails really gently and really, really neat. So people like that.
Yeah.
Whereas
we've actually family in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah. I was thinking that. Sorry, my brain's.
I don't know why anyone says Pennsylvania. I think of Pennywise.
Pennywise.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So have I. Pennsylvania just opened vaccines to everybody. Brilliant.
I got a call from my doctor yesterday. They rang me 3 times. 3. The first time I was obviously in work. Then I went on my 15-minute break because I had to answer the phone call because doctors don't ring you for nothing, especially when you have a ring bell. And she goes, "Can you be on standby for your vaccine?" And I went, "Eh?" because I missed my first vaccine appointment, I'm now on standby. So basically, if someone now does not turn up for their vaccination appointment, I am the next go-to person. And I'm hopeful. They kind of ruined my dreams.
Sarah, the only reason I want vaccines is I want the passport because I want to get the hell travelling as soon as they say we can travel.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I
that
can
is
really...
just all I want to do. I just want to travel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care at this stage. I couldn't care what they're giving me. Just let me out of the country. Actually, at this moment in time, let me out of my county. We live in Louth. It is the wee county. It's the smallest. Go travel your county. We live in the smallest bloody
It took us 45 minutes to reach the north.
Yeah.
And then we got lost in the north.
I know, Siobhan. I'm just so sad because I have holidays booked last year that got transferred to this Christmas. And now it looks like it's going to be pushed out again. I just want to move.
Yeah. I think that there's...
You had COVID, Leah. Lee. I noticed just on Lee's home there, I noticed in your videos you call yourself Lee. But looking at your name, I call it Leah. How would you pronounce that? Lee's? Lee's?
Well, there's no A at the end.
I don't. Sorry, I'm probably mucking up your name, and I apologise in advance.
I think something that has been...
Lee. She calls it Lee. Okay. Sorry, just so we can clarify, we've had to ask a few people how to pronounce their names because I'm shy.
The other thing about most people is, especially in the elderly, is they think a vaccine is going to cure COVID. It's not going to cure COVID, but it is going to give you a greater survival rate.
Yeah.
And nearly minimize it down to nearly like a flu. Like the flu vaccine doesn't stop you getting the flu. You know, nothing is going to give you like a cure for viral diseases, but if you can manage them to a great extent, as in, like I had the flu out in Spain and I was nearly hospitalized with the flu. Same with my mom. We were really bad. But ever since then, we've received our flu jabs. It's not going to stop us getting the flu, but it just means the next time we get it, it makes it less transmittable and we are more likely to have like less symptoms or milder symptoms, more manageable symptoms.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the key goal, because if we can reduce the overwhelming wave on the healthcare system, you can reduce ventilators, you can reduce oxygen tanks being used, you can reduce so much. Like, I think a lot of people, like there was a couple of people in my nursing home that were put on oxygen for end of life because the COVID had done so much damage to their lungs. Like even now, people are being sent for x-rays because they still have the cough. But why do they have the cough? They're 2 months out of having COVID.
Yeah.
And
so isn't that called long COVID?
No.
No, that's not long COVID.
No,
do you know what?
It's complications caused by COVID.
Yeah, I've actually got to the point now where they could tell me anything. I'm just sitting there going, okay,
Yeah.
just when can I leave? What can I do?
Yeah, but I think as well is I think it gives us back a sense of freedom for ourselves because we can do things.
Pay for the PCR test. You had the PCR test, didn't you? The rapid test.
I always got the PCR test. No, I got the PCR test done twice, and then I got the HSE test ever since then. And the PCR test doesn't hurt as much as the other test.
No, yeah, because your first test you had to go for to get the rapid test.
Yeah, and I got it back in like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then
your poor mom's, Sinead, I'm sorry to hear that, but please God, fingers crossed she keeps on the recovery path.
Yeah.
Wait, so many people are waiting.
So many people are waiting that... What was the deal with Sputnik 5?
Oh, the Russian thing?
The Russians. That is probably the best vaccine in the world.
Why?
Because if you inject it to someone who doesn't know they've been injected with a vaccine and contracts it or has effects from the vaccine, they're not going to lie because they don't know what's causing it. I'm just saying.
I know. I just wish we just...
I don't care.
I don't know. I don't know what it...
I don't care.
I just want my piece of paper that says, you fucking move. I want hugs. Yeah, that's literally.
You don't want
I want a Siobhan hug.
Hug Siobhan?
Can't.
Oh, yeah. Do you see those things? They're like virtual hug machines.
You had no side effects. That's good, Lee.
I've heard different kind of things.
And how's your husband? Has he had any long-term effects or anything like that? Do you know what? I know my dad's friend got COVID in England, and he was quite poorly, but I don't know if Mammy, I want your hugs too, love. I don't know if they were side effects of COVID or they just I don't know if they found it because he was poorly or he got it because of.
I'll give you a fun fact. When you have COVID, there's a 78% chance you will blood clot.
What?
When you have COVID, there is an over 60% chance you will get a blood clot. And it's so funny because I've heard like different things. Like there was one fella.
Siobhan, we'll do a Thelma and Louise in the middle of the night and we'll boot down to Mum.
You could even put Siobhan in a bubble in the back of your car. Like put up like a Pfizer in the back.
Put Siobhan in a bubble?
Yeah.
Siobhan, are you ready to be bubbled?
Shit, yeah.
Bring Siobhan on. We should actually, when all this is over, and in seriousness, when we can obviously move around, we'll set it up that Siobhan comes on the live with us. I don't know how to do split screens or any of that crack.
No, the joys of it.
But
can you pass me another drink, please?
Your drink.
My minty lemon.
But we will. We'll get something going. I actually was saying there's a friend of mine, a girl who watches here. She lives in Kilkenny, and I was saying to her, do you know what? I'd go once all this restrictions, everything is gone, and obviously we're all vaccinated, we're all safe for each other. I said to her, I would love to go down and meet you for a cup of coffee. I said the same to Mary and Ballina. I think I'm just going to go on my own little tour. My own little tour. I feel important to me, and I'm going on a tour.
Yeah.
Siobhan, a blog with you in the coffee shop. Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine the editing that would have to go into that? Oh my God, and the amount of things we'd have to censor out of it now. Yeah. My sister had it, and she's had a bad cough. Yeah. We had a horrible cough, and it was hard to breathe deeply.
It's really funny because when I was hearing the COVID cough, it is so distinctively COVID.
Really?
I've
never heard it.
You know what a pneumonia cough sounds like? It's very in the lungs. You can hear it. It's deep in the lungs.
Right.
A COVID cough sounds even deeper.
Really?
It sounds
bone rattling.
No, not bone rattling. Overly mucously and overly deep. Like there's water nearly, and they're bark. It's like a bark as well. Like there's kind of like a barkiness to it. It's horrible, but it's like.
Is it like the whooping cough?
Yeah, but more barky, like a seal.
Like a seal.
Like a seal. Like if a seal was barking, it nearly sounds like that. Like people that I've worked with that.
Like bronchitis, that rattly.
It can be very rattly or it can be very barky. Some people just have like a tickle.
Constant tickle, like.
Yeah, some people just constantly feel like it's in the back of their throat, but COVID inflames all the bronchi and alveoli in the lungs. So
the death rattle, yeah.
Yeah. It's very, and you know what's really hard is you can't tell them the death rattle from the COVID cough sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a girl that when she was trying to go down and see if someone had passed away, she actually couldn't tell. She could not tell.
Wow.
And it's really funny
because
it
sounds like a dog bark.
It does. It's really
in the US they were saying it was a dry cough. It's not dry at all.
It's really sometimes.
Jesus, Siobhan, that sounds scary.
Like it sounds like if you can imagine you're struggling to breathe. It sounds like there's something in your lungs, so you're barking a cough to try and get it out of your lungs, but it is your lung. That is it's inflamed. It inflames all the membrane around the bronchi and the alveoli of your lungs. And that being said, this
is a fucking happy conversation, isn't it?
People that passed away in my nursing home from complications of COVID had the most peaceful death.
Sarah, what's up? Guys. There's men. No.
But in other news, I saw a really fat pigeon in the tree in my nursing home. It's really fat, ma'am. Yeah, it's a really fat pigeon.
Let's not, Sarah. Sarah, you go first, pet.
Can we go back to my fat pigeon?
Oh, sorry, your
It's
fat
as
pigeon.
fat as a turkey. The whole train was nearly bending. It was really, really fat. Like if I was to kill a pigeon for like pigeon stew or something.
No, I don't. Let's go back to dating Egypt. Pigeons are the best.
It's really fat. Like it feels like it could fit in my two hands. It was that fat, and I was like, you know, if I was in the medieval times, and we were starving,
baby,
and we were like, you know, starving peasants in medieval
you'd
Ireland,
feed us.
I would fire an arrow into the pigeon because it was fucking huge. The whole branch was bending.
You should go, if you ever get to Virginia, you should go to the Williamsburg and see the fattest squirrels ever.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Squirrel.
Do you remember? Oh, I don't know if you guys saw this, right? It was all
Can they run fast if they're that fat? Because squirrels are nippy little yolks.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
probably
Suzanne.
another one, yeah. Probably
Sorry.
did.
Suzanne.
Who?
Suzanne.
Susan.
Susan even.
Susan.
There you go, my most
Hello,
embarrassing
Susan,
moment.
darling. Hello, welcome to the shit show. We haven't a clue what we're doing. We're just sitting here talking about fat pigeons
and fat squirrels
and dating Egypts.
Right.
So if you have any input, feel free to.
I don't know if anyone else remembers this. The fat monkey. It was this monkey in like the Philippines or somewhere like that. You know where the monkeys kind of roam around. This monkey was really, really fat to the point where I wouldn't even have to move for food. Right? He'd like waddle to the road and just sit, and people would just feed it. So eventually, a vet got the monkey and put the monkey on a diet and an exercise program and put it into fat camp.
Where do you see this crap?
I have to entertain myself at work, Mom. I'm not gonna lie. So I look up. I showed you that.
A swan was robbed. I remember that swan getting robbed. I do remember that. That was funny. Doesn't she? You need to date a couple of Egypts.
I'm already looking at fat monkeys and a fat pigeon. I think I'm done.
Oh my god! Yeah, fat Egypts.
Fat Egypts.
Not fat Egypts. Jesus Christ! Oh my god! It's been a long week.
It's really funny. You remember?
She needs some. I know she does. We need to watch. Where do you find these stuff?
Just mainly TikTok, right? And it went around on TikTok saying the fat monkey was saved.
No, we don't.
I was already invested.
Stop encouraging her. We do not need. I'm her mother. I need to know none of her embarrassing. I'll tell you one embarrassing story she has. The first night she ever went to a nightclub.
Oh no. Which end was embarrassing?
Right? Which part was... So she goes out, first time I ever got out to a nightclub, she was 17?
I was 18.
You were 18, she was a good girl. Siobhan, she didn't take after you.
It was the 28th of May, 25th of May, 20 days after my birthday.
All right. So she went out and I said to her, look, Keri, you know, first night out, just be careful, be on your guard. The usual chit-chat.
Don't go home with anyone. Don't
go home with strangers.
They're gross and nasty. Wipe their peas.
I did not say that to you.
No, you didn't. Not in that conversation.
Jesus. Anyway, she went out to the nightclub. And off she went. Now, I did say to her, make sure you have your phone with you. Make sure you have money for a taxi. And
to which I had all.
You had all. You did.
I had all, including more.
Siobhan, stop putting stuff up. You're making me laugh and you're distracting me. So, anyway, I'm in bed and I'm saying, right, okay, she's at the nightclub. Nightclub should be over. As you do, you're sort of half awake, half asleep. Next thing, my phone starts ringing. And I'm thinking, oh, this will be interesting. It's 3:45 in the morning. Pick up the phone. Keri is crying. And I said to her, what's wrong? And she went, I'm at the police station. You have to come get me. 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. That was her first trip to a nightclub.
Maybe we should add more context.
You think they're grown? You think we did an alright of a job?
Part. So let me finish the story to why I
Hello, Jean. Sweetheart, how are you doing this week? Have you managed to get your pain any better? I was thinking about you all week.
I'm just going to emotional. Yes, police station. Okay, so let me back up a little bit.
Yeah.
So when the club
Jean, we were just talking. Hang on. Jean's only have to join us. Keri's first time ever going to a nightclub. You know the usual line, have your money in your bra, safe for a taxi home in case your bag gets robbed, blah, blah, blah. 4:00 in the morning, get a phone call. Hysterical Keri saying she's at the police station with 2 women. Come get me.
Fabulous line, but there was some context to which I told you actually took that BMW to get me. Didn't even take your own car.
No, I took your dad's because he blocked me in.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was when we went to the nightclub, I went to my friend's house and we got ready there and we were grand and all this. But she was plastered. Now, I was plastered too before we left. But I was drinking mostly like beers and stuff because we'd been drinking pretty heavy before we left. So I didn't want to keep drinking heavy. So she she kept wandering off and leaving me. She had left the club, I think 2 or 3 times. Couldn't find her. I had her phone, her credit card, and her ID. The club closes. I'm waiting there about 20, 30 minutes outside of the front door of the club.
Yes.
The security guard comes over to me and goes, "What's wrong?" And I said to her, I can't find my friend. I can't find my friend. I don't know where she is. And I started to get very panicked. So he walked around with me around the streets. Couldn't find her. So he says to me, "You need to go and find a police officer because this could go downhill very quickly. Like we don't know what's going on." I was like, okay. So I'm walking down, hysterically crying. These 2 girls come to me and go, "Why are you so sad?" And I was like, my friend's gone missing. And at the time she was underage. So she was not supposed to be there. And basically then they brought me up to the police station. We were filling out a missing persons report. Or not, it wasn't a missing person. It was a description for a PA, which is like a public call, which is like where all the cars are advised that like there's someone missing and drunk and that they need to look out for them. As I'm filling this out, right, I got a phone call on my phone from her mother's phone because she had gone home because what happened was she went off to have sex with 2 guys down an alleyway. I was very...
Don't say that.
It's the truth. And the last guy that she was with basically just left her at a random spot in town. And she didn't know where she was. So she just went home. Bearing in mind, she was probably less than a 5-minute walk away from me. So she just went home. So I was like... So then the police officer, because I was very upset, I was screaming down the phone. He takes my phone, says to her, "Put your mother on the phone." Then he starts getting very angry on the phone. And then he hands me back the phone and tells me to call my mother.
To which I duly answered and came and got her.
And then I had a screaming match up in her house over it. Her mother was trying, was like, we have neighbours, I know. I was so angry. By the way, this is just juice. Friends! Oh no, because it didn't just happen once or twice. It happened like 3 or 4 times. So eventually...
Yes, she thought she did.
The first night I went out, oh my God, right. So this is kind of a funny story. It was with the same girl, right? Because at this point I was dragging, because I was no longer drinking at the clubs. Because I couldn't. Because if I wasn't...
She's too old.
No, it was not. If I didn't have my wits about me, she was gone. I was babysitting.
But that's not a night out if you're babysitting.
No, it's not. So that's why we're no longer friends and that's why we no longer talk. But
you know what was wrong with the whole lot of that?
Yeah.
Whatever about her doing what she had to do, you understand. What is the rule?
You don't leave. If you go out together, you come home together.
It's very simple.
I didn't leave though. That was I didn't.
I know you didn't, and you did right.
But
you did right.
Yeah, I did the only thing I could do. Really drunk. Which actually says more about me than her because you kept being that drunk.
You kept your head about. You went to the bouncers. Yeah. You did what you should do correctly.
Yeah. Bearing in mind, the 2 times I went to my bouncers before that, they both laughed at me. So Anyway, I digress on the story, but this is another story. This is a really funny story, right? So
well, I hope it's not serious. That was very heavy. That turned very heavy.
This is really funny, right? So we went out to a different club and we were kind of like talking with people and we ended up taking photos, like as I do, they come around with the photographers and they take loads of photos. Well, we decided to leave. We were in the taxi. We've gone to the chipper. She was eating chicken nuggets.
I agree with you, Susan.
Right? She gets it. I'm on the far side of the taxi, right? So she gets in behind me. As we're about is about to move off, some randomer opens the door, takes her chicken nuggets, and closes the door. Just like and she paid like $5.50 for it. It was so bad. And what was really funny is
definitely, Mary. We should get a little paddy wagon. You know that, not paddy wagon. A little
my designated driver.
Keri, you can't drive.
Designated driver.
Oh my God.
But at the end of the day, even after
I did nothing embarrassing, I don't think. I was a saint.
Was it?
Yeah.
France.
No, I was fine. I never did any. Oh, well, France, I was old. But I never did anything mad. I was a good girl. I always was. That's my problem. Too much of a fucking good girl.
Yeah, when I talked to her the next day, she was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know why you're so mad.
A plank in the back of the head, Siobhan. You too. Mary has 2 farmer friends looking for a date. Keri, we could double date.
What now? Grandmother, control your daughter, please. She's already got an ahem.
What you saying, ahem? John will be our driver.
Who the hell is John?
John is Mary's husband.
Okay. I was like, who's John? Why is he driving?
Mary, are you going to come on the date with us? We have 2 farmers.
I think she's on about the drinks.
Oh, the drinks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mary. I thought you were coming with us. No. You don't want farmer. Farmers have money. They're all out the house all day. Yeah, but they're all out the house all day. You don't have to look at them. 2 farmers, Jesus Christ. Poor John. John. It was John's birthday. Was it last week, Mary? Mary made him a cake. She got a beautiful cake and stuff was absolutely gorgeous. She sent me pictures of it. Yeah, my friends came outside of Slappers, a club I used to live near, and got in a fight, walked off, left me to clean up, and I ended up with a plank and 12 stitches. But Siobhan, that's not funny.
I remember one time I was coming out of another club, right? And this girl, and I'm not even messing when I was saying this, she was face down in concrete. I went over to sit her up. Her boyfriend grabbed me by the top and pulled me up. And he went, don't go near her. And I went, okay, but I need to get down.
Oh my God, Siobhan. So Siobhan is saying, well, at least it's better than a plank in the head. Her friends came outside of Slappers, which is a club out in, I think it's near Dunleary, Siobhan, if I remember correctly. Or yeah, I used to live near. And she got into a fight, walked off, left me to clean up, and I ended up getting a plank to the back of the head and 12 stitches. Siobhan,
I know who
it's
I'm
not
going out
funny.
with. I know who I'm going to have.
My Jesus.
Tequila.
It's good evening.
Oh, right. Here's another thing. So a lot of my managers in work have only recently.
Who's leaving? Oh, is Lee leaving? Oh my God.
So I don't know if you know this, Mum. A lot of my managers in work.
I need a dating site soon. Bumble. If you're just looking for chats and laughs and giggles, Bumble. What?
A lot of my managers in work have never drank before. Or have drank very limited selections, such as wine.
But they're all very, very petite. Bye, Lee.
Bye, Lee.
What? What are you tapping me for?
I'm trying to grab your attention because you're focusing on the thing, right?
I'm reading it.
Right, I know. So somebody failed to explain to them that tequila is not the best drink to start off with for the night. And they so they started, playing that thing, shots, whatever, right? And then I'm not even joking. One of the care leads was like 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor, 5 tequila, 6 tequila, 7 tequila floor, right? Like that. And they got to about 12 shots of tequila before they conked.
Tequila turns me into a human pinball. I literally ping pong along. I hate
haven't
tequila.
tried tequila yet.
Your father set his hand on fire with sambuca. We ended up going out with another friend, Denise, and she ended up having to put ice and all on it. He set the table on fire.
Was Siobhan sober?
Siobhan doesn't drink.
Oh.
At all.
Hayley maybe killed me on her birthday.
I remember running for a bus to go to the next town for a nightclub and went flying off the curb, went around the whole night, busted leg. Chloe! Oh my God, Chloe. Your friend from Somalia leaves to get a buzz. Which one's it? What did you? Has to be a certain leaf.
I don't think I've ever.
Do you remember the night you came home from a nightclub and your foot was black and blue?
I know what happened. Right. So, I went to a club here in Drogheda called Electric Ballroom, and it has these big padded doors, right? But they're fire doors as well.
Yeah.
And I was pretty inebriated. And I was coming out, because in order to get to the bathroom, you had to go through these fire doors. So I came through the fire doors, went to the bathroom, whatever. Lovely bathroom, by the way. As I was coming back out, I caught my thumb. Now, when I say I caught my thumb, I just hit the metal bit of it. Like, I didn't hit it hard. And I pushed through the door, and I was like, okay. Then I was coming up a hill. Oh, no, hang on. This is the same one. No, this is a different one. So it's coming out of fire, and fire's on the bottom of a hill. And to go, wrong story, wrong club. So I was coming out of fire, and I was wearing these gorgeous wedges that I got all the way to Tenerife. And I was coming out of the nightclub, and it was like a Thursday night, so like it's students and single mothers night is what they call it. It's pretty weird. And then they like, when you come out the door, you have to go straight up a hill, drunk. So it's a bad idea, first of all.
And there was potholes in the road.
And there was potholes, and I caught my shoe in the pothole, and I fell over.
Yes.
And I caught my foot in the pothole, and I completely twisted over my ankle. And these two people had been out. And they were fairly okay. Like, you know, like if you went out for after drinks. Like, they weren't drunk.
Yeah.
But this man and this woman had to literally lift me from my underarms out of the pothole. And then I had to proceed to walk up a hill. And because I had taken off my shoes, because I tripped in them, no taxi man would take me because I was barefooted. Right? I was like, are you serious? Right? And they were like, yeah, we can't take you because you've no shoes on. And it's indecent. So I had to put back on my strappy shoes that I couldn't walk in to begin with. Now I had to put them on and get into a taxi. Right? So anyway, I put them on. I get into the taxi. And I'm driving. And they bring me up to my friend's house. And I text mom and just saying, like, hey, like, I'm at my friend's house. Like, we got home, okay. So she's like, okay, good. See you in the morning. Now, when I've been out, even if I've had, like, a few glasses of, like, wine or drinks with Hayley, I will wake up obnoxiously early. Obnoxiously early. It'll be, like, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. After a night out, right? And I said to her mom, my foot is really, really sore. And she went, yeah, that's probably because, you know, you were wearing heels all night. Like, you know, your heels have been up all night. I was like, yeah. I was like, I suppose so. And then she said to me, well, look, do you want to go home? You can ring your mom if you want, if your foot is really that sore. And I went, yeah, it is. Well, I'm going to try and find the photo. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. While she's looking for that photo, Sinead, is that your name on Instagram? Or if you could probably find me from my page, I don't know, from my page. I can't see a request there. Sorry, just anybody who's I try and stick something. I'm a bit more consistent with Instagram. If anybody is over there. What's this? Me and curbs don't get along. When I was 11, I fell off one and fractured it. Need 8 hours surgery and a cast for a year.
Bruh.
Oh my God, Chloe.
Do you know, what's really...
Oh my God, Chloe. Yes, garden centres are open. Cinderella has nothing on you, Keri, now.
If I have another story with the curb.
No, just, Keri, hang on.
Yeah.
If I could turn her into Cinderella that actually did some cleaning, we'd be happy. She could be Cinderella all she likes. Keri, your halo is slipping, says your grandmother. Pick it back up.
First of all,
Dust it
when I
off.
told Grandad that story, he said to me, the only reason your ankle didn't break was because you were drunk.
Yeah, he did. Jenski not open. Are they not? I thought they were opening back up, Mary. Siobhan, have you ever ended up arse over face in a fountain, in a park, legs in kimbo? That's a very Pacific. Sounds like it happened.
I have it.
Oh my God, Siobhan, what did you do? How?
Sorry, I have the photo.
Hang on, just wait. I want to hear from Siobhan how she ended up arse over face in a fountain. Oh my God, Siobhan. You are just...
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind if she drank. I wouldn't mind if she was the most calmest.
I came home from another night one time.
It's... Oh, wait, let's see. It's Orla _crazy_ life.
So please just excuse the state.
I was dancing on the edge of the fountain and this hunk tried to grab my ass.
So I didn't let him grab your ass, Siobhan.
And you pulled him in. Oh my God, Siobhan. Oh, Jesus Christ. Only you, Siobhan.
I have the photo.
Wasn't me. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Do you know every time I go to set these up, they go, is your content made for kids?
No.
And I do have to say, no. Would you like to restrict it? Yes, please. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's just made my day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's put me in such a good mood.
Have the photo.
Right, show them the picture of your leg. There, right. Okay, that's just look a dirty foot.
No, you have to look at the bump on the foot. I told them to excuse the dirty foot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hang on, it gets better.
Oh, Jesus.
And then
Oh, yeah.
my wrist. Oh, hang on, it won't be. You guys can see that's very. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fell into a ball. There was another night I came in, right? And I came into it and no. Hang on, I have two stories, right?
Oh, Keri.
Both of them
It's
involve you.
It's one corp.
It involves you. Right? So the first one is I came home for my first time. Obviously, like got left, whatever, ended up in a police station. So, Mum, you offered me a cup of tea. And she looked me in the face, right? Like she looked here, right, into the soul. And she goes, so how was tonight, Keri? And it was good. Like this with my mug. Yeah, it was grand. Well, 5 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, oh, really? She's like, what did you do? And I was like, nothing, Mum, nothing. She goes, really? And I went, well. And I unloaded.
Keri is very funny when she gets a few drinks on her because she'd sit down and you'd go to her, anything happen? Any goss? Any tea? No. Okay. Will I make you a cup of tea? No. Please, Mummy, not the tea. I don't do anything. I just sit there and went, tell me what happened. Okay, well, if you're asked. Oh,
there was another time, right, where I came in.
Siobhan was always commando.
Where when I come in from a nightclub, Mum always leaves a bottle of water and like a sandwich of some description at the thing, right? Providing I haven't had a takeaway. And I went upstairs and Mum went, Keri, are you okay? And I went, no. I'm going upstairs. She was like, okay. So I went upstairs to the bathroom. I got the soap, took out the foam, and just poured soap on my hand to wash my feet with no water. And I slept like that. I slept with soapy feet all night and dripped all over the bed.
Oh, jeez. Siobhan, I don't know how you remember all these stories.
Because she wasn't drunk.
No, but I was never drunk. I was never drunk. And I can't remember any. What do you be drinking, Keri?
Vodka, double shots of vodka and Red Bull.
Yeah, that's not good for you, love.
I had to stop because you get heart palpitations. Right? I was in the club one time and I was like, my heart. And the bartender went, you know, you can't have more than 6 or you're going to send yourself into a cardiac arrhythmia. And I went, what? So bad. Jesus Christ. Another time, one of my friends got into a fight. I left her. I actually stood outside. I didn't want anything to do with her. And I said, look, when you're done, you can come out to talk to me. And
the great friends.
Yeah, well, why do you think I'm there?
Oh, I don't know. So, guys, white spirit, it sounds like, yeah.
It's literally, they give you like a glass. You know, like the Americans
I
have
like
the red cup. You know, like the red cup.
Yeah.
They put in like a double shot, but it's like a double and a half. And then they put in a full can of Red Bull.
No, I wouldn't into that now.
Grandma.
No. Siobhan, I have the memory span of a bloody goldfish. I don't remember stuff. I think I just blank it all out. Like, funniest pickup lines.
Are you Fred Flintstone? Because you can make my bed rock.
Someone said that to me. I'd hit them.
I actually said, I'm glad we both came from the same trouser era. Fuck.
Oh, I love coffee. I run on coffee.
Are your legs, if your right leg is Easter and your right leg is Christmas, can I eat between the holidays?
That's rude.
Oh, so bad.
Jesus Christ.
What was another one I got?
No, please, Keri, spare us all. Your grandmother's listening.
Don't say these, Grandma. This is not the way. This is not chivalrous.
Who in God's earth would your grandmother be trying to pick up? She's had her fill. She's done.
I'm just saying, if someone attempts these, she's not to cave. It's not romantic. It's a little bit weird. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I put URAQT next to each other. Like U R Q T. Okay. I probably have a screenshot.
I don't have any really embarrassing stories. I don't think I have embarrassing stories. My mother probably has more embarrassing stories about me than I have, but I don't think I have. I am actually a very good girl. I was married.
You fell out of bed last night.
Yeah, don't just daft.
A grown woman with children.
I forgot that the wall wasn't there anymore.
How do you forget a structural support to the roof?
Move my bed out. I smell bullshit. Siobhan, I swear to God, I do not have embarrassing stories. Not that I can think of. I don't really think I lived under a bloody rock. I think that's my most embarrassing thing. I lived under a rock. My phone was open on Bluetooth ears on a bus, and some guy at the back was sending me pictures, and he started following me. Oh.
That went from that's a little bit weird to that's creepy.
Yeah.
I have some bad ones. You ready for this?
My lips are sealed, good woman.
Are you Wi-Fi? Because I'm feeling a connection.
Ooh.
What do we think? Are you Australian? Because you meet all of the qualifications.
Do you know if someone came up to, I just couldn't help but roll my eyes. I'd probably get a slap.
Know what's on the menu? Me and you. You and I are like nachos with jalapenos. I'm super cheesy and you're super hot and we belong together.
What?
Yeah. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
When, where?
When, where, who?
Tomorrow night, my house, you.
Fuck's sake. That was, yeah, that one would have made me giggle.
Go ahead. Feel my shirt. It's made of boyfriend material.
I have to say, Sarah, you go on to Bumble. Yeah. Some creepy people.
I got the creepy text.
Oh, she got
I got a creepy text. Right? I shall read it to you.
Siobhan got you to hurt when you fell from heaven.
Oh, good one. I like that one. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because it was the devil trying to pull me down.
If you were a transformer, you'd be Optimus Prime. Oh, these reek of cheesiness.
Do you want to tell them about your text you got today and read the text you got?
I should also mention there are very few people who know my middle name. Unblocked. Okay. Carry on! Hope this out of the blue text doesn't come as weird, especially if you don't remember me. But how are you? Smiley face. I thought about you and was trying to find a way to reach out, and just see how you are. And what's up? Ha! Your old Texan cowboy.
Who is that? We don't know. You're married with 4 babies. Okay. But there is.
I don't know if this is so much an embarrassing story.
Hang on. I have a story. I pushed my nana in a wheelchair in Paris. I seen a hill and I said, bye, Nanny, and pushed her down the hill. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Right, so we were getting off the cruise ship. I will put my own here. In the Caribbean. And we got off in the beautiful island of St. Thomas in Charles Amelia.
Was it there?
Yes. And me and Grandma were standing at the end of the pier.
Oh, because me and Carol weren't allowed to
because you couldn't get off, and Hayley was just coming down. As Hayley got down, this woman was coming down in a wheelchair. Her daughter behind her.
And coming down, no, it wasn't quite an angle.
Quite a steep angle, but your first instinct isn't to let go.
She let go.
She let go. I had to yank Grandma. Or I think I pushed her. It was either yank or a push. And then I tried to stop the wheelchair because if she would have gone straight down.
Some man jump in front of us.
We managed to stop it. But it was like that much away from the pier. Like the end of the pier. Like clonk into the ocean.
It wasn't funny, but it was funny now looking back. It was funny.
Yeah, because you and Carol were being held hostage by the cruise ship.
We weren't allowed to get off. Yeah, because you lost his key.
He lost his key.
We weren't allowed to disembark, me and Carol. Well, I was allowed to disembark, but because I'm a mother and my son wasn't allowed to disembark.
He was also 15 at the time, 15 or 14.
Yeah, but like, come on. Surely your responsibility has to end at some stage.
18!
Siobhan, I saw the message you retracted, by the way.
You'd be surprised. I'm the worst at pushing people.
Did it hurt when you fell down from heaven? Sinead. People need a license to push wheelchair. I agree.
I'm so bad. I think there should be like a course, a mandatory course.
Did you ever see them coming out between cars? They just push the people in the wheelchair out first. I'm like, seriously? Bizarre. Oh my goodness, lads, we've been on this for 1 hour, 23 minutes.
I hope we know CPR because you took my breath away. Fuck
yeah, stamp on your chest.
Break your sternum.
I will break your sternum. Oh my goodness, lads.
So this is kind of more, I think this is funny. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You and Grandma stuck in a ski lift about 50 meters ahead of me and Carl. And about 10.
Stuck, were we?
Yeah, it kept stopping. Because old people had to disembark.
We weren't stuck. We were just swinging.
Never travelled in a cable car before.
Keri, here's one for you. In America, where they have guns, did you ever insult anybody that could have got your mother shot?
It wasn't an insult.
So, Would you like to tell them how you managed to insult someone? Your mother had to pay him off with a pack of 20 cigarettes so he didn't fucking start having a hissy fit.
Well, we started with before that when we got there.
You work away.
Right, so we had an 8-hour flight from Dublin to Miami. And of course, I don't really sleep well on airplanes. Like, I'll sleep, but it's not great sleep. And I didn't sleep. So we get off the plane, we leave the airport, and a taxi comes because there's like 6 of us. So they had to order a taxi specifically for us.
It was 5 of us.
It was 5 of us, sorry. I'm thinking of Grandad in Spirit. And they ordered the taxi.
Lisa, you have to understand, right? Sorry, I'm just going to interject here because Lisa's come and said American had guns. And I know to you, it's probably pretty normal that people have guns. In Ireland, our policemen have a baton.
And maybe a taser, but that is still quite illegal. Yeah. Like tasers, pepper spray, all of that is illegal in Ireland. It's prohibited. So the most I'm going to get off a police officer is on a horse and being hit on the neck.
So the one thing we say to the kids is when we go to America, don't upset people. They've got guns. And I like my life. And I'm happy in my life. And I don't want to leave my life.
And it just kind of...
I know, Lisa, you are, but we're scared of guns.
So
anyway, we go out of our way not to insult people, unlike my daughter who sort of left that,
it was 8 o'clock.
Etiquette at home.
It was 8 o'clock in the evening. We'd been up since 5 o'clock in the morning.
Please continue. How your mother nearly got shot.
Be realistic here. We're all aiming for Haiti.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we get into the taxi and the fella is Haitian and he's playing some Haitian music, which is absolutely stunning. And then it's dark, right? I'm very tired. I'm very cranky. I don't really...
Wasn't that dark?
Oh, I could not see his face. He had tinted. It was dark. There were tinted windows. It was pitch, right? So he goes to open the door and I scream.
Oh, this is the taxi man. Right, we're not at the plant man.
Not at the plant man. We're starting at the beginning where it all kind of went south. So he goes to open the door and I scream.
She screams. A man getting into his own car. She screams hysterically at him.
Right? And then he's like, it's okay, it's just me, right? But he had tinted windows and it was dark outside. So I kind of excused myself. So then we get to the Hilton. And Mum says to us, let's go and we'll find like a Walgreens or something and get just
something cheap, something small. Yeah.
So as we are walking around, there is a point. And I don't know what it is. What is it, Mum?
It was like outside a nightclub.
Yeah.
It was a big ledge.
It was a closed nightclub. It wasn't open.
Yeah, no, they weren't open yet.
So there was like a plant pot, okay? And I should also mention it was very long. And there was a homeless man.
Well, we don't know if he was homeless. He was asleep anyway.
He was asleep on the thing, right?
He could have been just enjoying the heat.
Yeah, and...
We're not going to make an assumption.
He basically completely camouflaged in. He was in a brown blanket. I'm sorry, I thought he was part of the soil. So he jumps up and goes to Mum, can I have a cigarette? And I went, I thought you were a plant. And Mum just threw the box of cigarettes.
I didn't throw the box at him. I said to him, sir, please, with my thing, please excuse my daughter for calling you a plant pot. Here is my 20 box of cigarettes. Enjoy, sir. That was the scariest moment of my life. I didn't know. He jumped up, she jumped, she screamed, he screamed. I have a fucking here, have the cigarettes. Jesus Christ, let me out of here.
Like it's actually like, and then Mum was like screaming at me. She's like, "Why did you do that? Why?" And I was like, "Because I thought he was a plant pot."
Like seriously,
I didn't see a human being. I'm actually not great at night, right? So then we get to Walgreens, and why don't they have the little button?
I could not. Right, so I gave away my pack. I would like to say I gave away my pack of cigarettes to save my daughter's life. That's.
Do you want to tell them what happened when you went to try?
So then I got to Walgreens and I said, I need a fucking cigarette. I would buy cigarettes. No. Because even though this old face is fucking standing there looking at them, they wanted to ID me. I had no ID with me. I had to ask my mother to vouch and buy cigarettes. It was very embarrassing. And it wasn't that they ID'd me and said you can't buy the cigarettes, but you can buy the rest. They wouldn't let me buy anything. Just nothing.
Nothing. So probably because you didn't sound American.
What's that got to do with the price of potatoes?
Because like
Half of America doesn't sound American.
oh, it's true as well. But like, I don't know.
Is that what they call in America? ID. Yeah, the ID.
Yeah.
You need ID.
You couldn't actually buy anything really. And
I couldn't. They wouldn't let me buy a
Walgreens-
moisturizer for my face. They said, no, we are not serving you because you've no ID. Full stop. Not like you cannot buy the things that require ID. You can buy nothing. So I had to give everything to my mother and ask her to ID up. Because she's clever and she carries ID with her. But I don't like when you look at me like that because I can see her little brain going.
So I think I told us.
Chloe gets ID'd for scratch cards. Chloe, you must look very young, love. I'll have to have a look at your picture. Yeah. Like, seriously, Siobhan. Like, oh. I know, actually, funny, we were in Atlanta. Were we in Atlanta? Was it Atlanta we were in? And they ID'd my father. And he would have been 60 then. And the reason they said they had to ID everyone was because if you ID'd people, only those that you thought needed it. Older people were saying you were discriminating by not IDing them. Or something like that. It was something weird. So they ID'd everybody.
By a group of pickpockets.
In Turkey, because I seen him put his hand in someone's pocket. Chased me onto a boat. No way. That is scary.
That is very scary.
I know in Barcelona the big thing with the pickpockets. I know if you see them and you confront them.
Do you remember the time we got questioned by the police in Los Alcatraz? Because someone went to steal a handbag and your woman had it around the chair and he yanked the handbag and she went zoom.
Yeah.
That was fun. I feel like though when you travel abroad, like Rome's very bad for pickpocketing.
In fairness, Siobhan, you would stand your ground with anybody. You're fearless, like.
I'm fearless too.
No, you're not in the league of Siobhan. Oh no, Siobhan's not.
I just tried to get you shot.
You tried to get me. Yeah, Siobhan.
Do you remember that time in the Bahamas? They had the big guns in the port. We were going back onto the boat and we had to go through passport control, which was just two men in a military uniform standing with very large guns.
Oh my God, Chloe. You must look awful young, love. She did. She did, Siobhan.
Mm. You know, blood is thicker than water, but you can choose the one to drink from.
That's very deep.
Still waters run deep.
Still waters run deep. You gotta look before you leap. Still waters run deep.
She's gonna slap me.
You can thank me later, Siobhan. I did pick up glass bottle. Yeah, I would have too, I think.
You know, Grandad. He said
No.
to me,
Who?
your father.
My father.
The one who croaked it.
Oh, stop, Keri.
Anyway, he said to me when I was starting to walk by myself and all this, you know, like, not walk by myself, but, you know, like, without friends, you know, be alone. He said I needed to put keys in between my knuckles because in case anyone went to go for me, he goes, you go right into the jaw, into the neck. I was like, what happened to you?
Oh my God.
Why is everyone trying to slap me? Why is Siobhan trying to actively slap me? It was 2 years
She tried
ago.
to get her friend shut. Do you
remember that time you got stuck in a store?
That wasn't me. I was in a handbag store. Surprise, surprise. And the doorman, right, so my kids, obviously they were very small. They were like 5, 6, 10.
Would have been 11
maybe 11. And I was in a store in Los Alcatraz.
No.
Yeah, it was in Dusmaris. Dusmaris. And the shutter came down. Randomly, and they couldn't get it up. And my kids were on the other side. They were only tiny, like they were small kids.
We went to McDonald's.
And they managed, the security guards came up, everybody was up trying to get this and they couldn't get it up. And I managed to slide €10 under the shutter. And I said to Keri, please, just go down to McDonald's, get a meal each, sit down and don't move. And they went down. They were fine. Like, I'm panicking. We couldn't get out.
Hades.
Okay. My mother told me to poke people into their eyes, yeah. Siobhan always carries a knuckle duster. Holy
She
shit.
said nuclear duster. I was a bit like, what weapons is Siobhan carrying?
Okay.
I've been told to carry merry things. Apparently, if you get
Hairspray.
not
Small,
hairspray,
small thing of hairspray,
not
spray it
hairspray.
and set it on fire.
deep heat. If you get deep heat and you put it into a spray bottle, it's meant to be the exact same as pepper spray. It burns the same way.
It is, Chloe, and that's isn't that the whole big conversation now that's going on about how if you sat down with men or boys or anything, they have never had these conversations when you've daughters especially, and you're sitting down, you're going through it all and you're going, this is what you've got to do. When you go out, you do this.
97%. 97% of the world's female population have experienced sexual assault or rape.
Pussycat. Siobhan is okay. So
badass.
She is badass, but Siobhan is one of, and I adore it. Siobhan will stand her ground. Siobhan will mouth at you, but if you go, boo, she's like, she's a bit like me. She's a bit mouthy, and can hold her own when it's mouths. But Jesus Christ, anything else and we're gone. The girl from Louth who's gone missing, she was seen in Uri in Belfast.
There's an Amber Alert gone out for Ireland. I don't think has ever had an Amber Alert.
Yeah, she was seen up in Belfast and she was seen in Uri. And she's 14, is it? And he's 18. Yeah. And see that girl who went missing from France, the 8-year-old, they found her in Switzerland 3 days later. Yeah. I just hope whatever happened to her in those 3 or 4 days, the poor girl can recover from.
97%.
Siobhan, did you get in many fights? In a fight, I used to use anything. Oh, Lord. But yeah, no, it is. It's sad. Yeah, the 8-year-old who went missing in France, was kidnapped in France. They found her in Switzerland about, I think it was 3 days later. I just hope everything that's happened to her, I don't even want to think what happened to her in between. I just hope that she can recover enough.
There was a thing that happened in the States. It was a while ago, and I don't know what state.
Yeah, sorry, he is. He's too old. The girl, the 14-year-old got missing from Louth, and the 18-year-old. And he has a very distinctive silver car as well. I know Hayley put it up on her Instagram, and it's a very distinctive car. I'm surprised. They can move. It's not like an Almere or something that will blend in. It looks quite distinctive.
There was a thing in the Hyundai. Sorry. The way things stick in your head.
Yeah.
Which there's one technique. Volkswagen.
That's not Audi.
No, that's Volkswagen.
Anyway, the Hyundai, yeah, but they're sporty looking cars. Like, they're a real boy racer cars, aren't they? Like, they'd stand out. Hyundai. Oh, I don't know. Right, lads, I think we're going to wind this up because we're getting tired. Well, I'm getting tired and I'm up at 7 a.m. again. Look at my hair. I'm like a peacock. Stand up a bit. Anyway.
It's been so tight all day.
Yeah.
Gives me a headache twice.
They have the C or I message everywhere on the M50. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Like, it's gone to an Amber Alert, but I've never heard of Ireland ever putting out an
There was Amber. I think I remember them. I could be wrong.
I shared it today because it popped up on Facebook differently. Yeah. And let me see if it's on my post. I can show you what I mean.
Susan, you're more than welcome. We do this every Thursday. We log on at 9 o'clock. I was going to say 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Never know what the hell we're going to talk about. Never know what's going to be said. Especially when Miss Siobhan joins in. Anything come up for conversation.
Does anyone want some good news? A dolphin was spotted in the Boyne River.
Oh, really?
It's not a dog, it's a dolphin.
Oh.
That's very far.
I hope he didn't come in to die.
Somebody's dead.
Yeah. You have to die at some point.
See? She's been found.
The girl's been found.
She's been found.
Sorry, hang on. Missing child.
Savannah
Murphy found safe and well as 18-year-old male arrested.
Gardaí have cancelled their child rescue alert as missing teenager has been found safe and well in the Belfast area. She is currently in custody of the police service of Northern Ireland and will be reunited with her family tonight. An 18-year-old male has been arrested in the PSNI and is currently in custody. The PSNI has said that he is currently assisting the police with their inquiries. Gardaí had issued the CRI in the early hours of this morning, in which they appealed in help to find the missing 14-year-old girl. She has been reported missing by her father on Tuesday from her home in Blackrock, County Louth. Investigations have determined that she was in the company of 18-year-old Naujas McAleese from Dundalk.
Sorry.
Way!
Again, I hope she is okay and can recover from anything that's been done to her. I just saw Carl chime in. Carl is fucking up. What's he saying to me? This is him sitting up in his bedroom now. See, we all think he doesn't be looking what Carl said. Who's that serious rise? Is that Donal? That could be Donal. Lark, are you going? Lark is Carl. Are you going to Galway anytime soon? I don't know, son. I'll give you an hour's notice.
You didn't even give me an hour's notice. I got home. Where's Mum? And he went, Galway?
See, I told you I keep a bag packed at all times. I must actually show you the bag. Oh, here he is. He's booting down the stairs. That I keep. Siobhan said it sounded like I was living in the
bog hole of nowhere.
No, she didn't. She told me I was in the criminal, the witness protection. They're all saying hi to you. They all saw your message.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm getting cereal.
Huh?
I'm getting cereal.
You're getting cereal? Sarah, I think they are too. I think they're boyfriend and girlfriend. Siobhan says hi. No, this girl, the 14-year-old girl. Not you, so don't worry. Panic over.
Do you remember the girl that went missing from Blackrock?
They found her. Yeah.
Siobhan
says hi.
Hi, Siobhan.
I think it could have been, like a runaway attempt. Like, I don't want to live with my family anymore.
No, I think it was a boyfriend going, your parents don't like us. Get him. Who's serious rise, Carl?
It's Donal, I should say hi to him.
Donal, I did say hi, and Carl, he said, get him on camera. Do it, please.
I'm not getting on camera.
No, he never goes. He never goes on camera. And I respect that, because then he'll help me. If I respect him, he comes. Please. Hi, Carl. Smiley face.
Who?
Donal.
Right. Bit weird, isn't he?
Rory. Okay, Carl, all your mates are joining in. You got to tell them to go away.
Right.
This is adult conversation about dating sites.
20 bucks.
Okay.
$20 to get Carl on.
Nah, the agreement was to kind of say hi.
But they can't hear you. They
You're
can't
too
hear
far
you.
away. Just come closer.
Come a bit closer.
And then speak louder.
So Sinead says, hi, Carl. Say hi, Sinead.
Sorry.
Hi, Sinead.
Donal said,
Don't.
big man, the agreement was on camera. And then he goes, who's Sinead? Sinead is my mom's friend. Okay.
Sinead. Siobhan.
Sinead.
Sinead, I did say hello to
Look
Sinead.
about no Sinead.
Yeah, Sinead.
Look about no Sinead.
Does Donal have a Sinead?
Carl, I've got a question. What part of you was to go on camera?
Put your hand on
Put
camera.
your hands on the camera.
Put your hand on camera.
Just come over this way.
You've won the bet.
We're on the left.
Pa!
Right, lads, we're going to go because Carl's stuffing his face here, and
Carl had to get his head on camera, please.
Oh, that's
Donut bump.
Oh my God.
He's gone now.
He's gone. He's legged it back upstairs. So all you little kids can all go away again now. Oh. Right, girls, we do it all again next Thursday. Good night, Donal. Time for bed. 11 o'clock, your internet gets knocked off it. Right, we'll do it all again next Thursday, 9 o'clock. Again, I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but God knows. Oh, I'll have to update you. I might update you on the boys I'm talking to. I'll have to make sure my mummy's not there. Right, guys, we're going to go. Good night. Keep safe. And Annie, as you want to reach out, have a chat with me, send me messages through Instagram, anything like that. We'll have it, not tonight because I'm going to bed, but we'll have a chat on there as well. Take care of yourselves, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.